Hi again, boys and girls. It's Nate here from NARGA. Tan's at home, just undergoing stem cell research. We're attempting to look for solutions for the future to create Australia's animal disaster action plan, in which we've got a situation that may be starting in Perth for cyclones, Queensland for floods, Victoria or otherwise. What we're going to do is we're going to have a system set up in which when someone needs help or someone asks, do you need help, we find that appropriate information. So if you can just give me a quick rundown on when the fire started and stuff.
Yeah, the fire started on Tuesday.
Yep.
The time I'm not exactly sure of.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, sort of lunchtime to mid-afternoon.
Righto, so from Tuesday afternoon and things like that, obviously we've seen, and I've done some videos on the property here and looking at all the tragic disaster and loss. Basically after Tuesday, when was the first point of call? Today being Sunday, for anyone who isn't aware. When was your first point of call from and I'm just specifically talking about animals. Hello, my little friend. From anyone. So Misty or RSPCA or DPI or anyone else like that. When was the first time you got some contact with anyone? Probably Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, it would have been Wednesday. It was Misty. I just happened to answer Mum's mobile at that particular stage. Yep. Landlines are down, mobile reception is poor. Yeah, I answered it and it was Misty, yeah, who started to go through the process of what help could be provided and support given.
That's awesome. Now for everyone at home who doesn't know Misty, you will very soon, because she's going to have her very own awesome NARGA Loves You Facebook page. And she's a rescue and a member of the community down here who's been extremely proactive in numerous areas with massive amounts of experience, especially in relation to disaster relief. So after you had your contact with Misty and everything else like that, I personally, so everyone knows from NARGA, I have not contacted this property, this people in any way, manner, shape or form, have I?
No. No?
Excellent. So the way that I got here was through Misty and through the collaboration of the NARGA Response Disaster Team. So after you spoke with Misty, sort of what happened there? Obviously you've got quite a few people up here helping cutting down some trees and cleaning up the property. And you've also been given a few bales of hay and some other stock things there. How did that come about happening?
That all came about through Misty. I've spoken to her numerous times between Wednesday, Thursday and Friday in regards to what she could provide us. She wanted to know what we needed, and yeah, basically she just said, we've got feed, how many horses, ponies, what ages, and yeah, the first lot was out here delivered by her on Thursday afternoon.
So that's absolutely awesome and exactly what we're looking for. Now, what we really want to have is not just one individual person or her friends and connections assisting in these disaster times. She does live reasonably close to the area, so yes, there is that connection. However, once again, Misty had no obligation to be able to be the person who's going and doing this. This is just one person in a community, just like you, listening to this right now. Wherever you are, if you have an inkling that you might want to help, you can. So Misty got up, she found some contacts, she's used her previous experience. If you don't have any contacts in the animal world or previous experience, that's why you contact NARGA, www.NARGA, that's November Alpha Golf Romeo Alpha.org.au, NARGA. So after Misty came and dropped some stuff up there, did you have any contact with any other rescue groups, organisations or large government bodies?
Not that I can think of. Unfortunately, there has been quite a few people calling out to the property in the last couple of days, and each of us have sort of addressed who's come onto the property just to find out what's going on.
Sure.
But my interaction has mainly been with Misty. She's been a great support and an ear to listen to, even just in regards to what happened, let alone what needs to be done in regards to animals and the clean-up. We did receive a message yesterday. A firefighter came out with a message, because we've still got no landline, that the RSPCA were trying to contact us because they wanted to come out and check all the animals for free for us, in particular the horses, due to the amount of smoke they were exposed to. I called the number provided and asked for the staff member's name I'd been given. From the start of the phone call, I could tell there was a little bit of confusion. It turned out that she thought I was ringing for help, and they had been advised that we had no feed and needed feed. I assured them that we'd had some, because we'd actually had another delivery from Misty since the first one. yeah, I advised her what we'd been told. She's in regards to coming out and checking the animals for free for us, in particular the horses. She said she would talk to her supervisor because it wasn't something they normally did and get back to me. About 10 minutes later, her supervisor called back to say that it wasn't something that they could do and gave me some different options. I explained that that was fine and we could look into it with our own options with vets and things, that I was simply calling because of the message. I also understand in this situation with everything going on that the message was possibly passed between 6 or 7 people before it got delivered by the firefighter. It's just a little bit awkward in this situation when there is so many different messages going around.
So just for me to recap with that, so basically you've been getting heaps of help from Misty and supplying whatever was needed at that time, and there was a message got delivered through the grapevine, Chinese whispers and all the rest of it as it goes through, in which the RSPCA eventually got a message to you as no phone contact or direct contact with the outside world, terrible reception out here, that the RSPCA is going to be here, or the DPI, or whoever it may be. Someone's going to come out and inspect your horses and offer you some assistance. Upon returning their phone call, basically that was a bit of a confusing situation in regards to they didn't really know why you were calling, and then they had someone call you back and then actually mentioned that that's not really their role, and they're coming out here and checking them anyhow. If there was any other problems, you advised them obviously that you've got all your vets and everyone here and things doing it, so that wasn't an animal welfare issue or an urgent situation that they needed to come out for in that aspect. However, have you had anything given to you or any assistance in any way from the DPI or the RSPCA?
No, not at this stage. It's come from Misty because they also brought some dog and cat food out for the other animals as well.
Okay, excellent. So basically, once again, boys and girls, what we're looking at is, in today's society, we've got it set up so that we believe that all of these animal issues are being dealt with and looked at and resolved. And in reality, what we actually have is if there's a fluid free-flowing motion of a disaster in place, nothing is set in stone. No one has any idea what's going on. There's no communication. And if there is communication, there's no results. So what we want to do is we want to stop worrying about anything that's previously happened. We're just going to focus on what we're going to do for the future. That's exactly right, pretty one. You agree. So we're going to focus on what we're going to do in the future by looking at ways we can resolve this. So obviously now we've got to go through, look at the breakdown between communication of using a fireman's resources to deliver a message, that message being insufficient, ineffective, wrong, whatever words you want to say, didn't receive the end result that they wanted. So just trying to reduce the stress from the RSPCA or the DPI in relation to this issue, NARGA is going to put together an Australian Animal Disaster Action Plan, and this is going to be in 3 phases. 1 for take action now, 2 for to do tomorrow, and 3 for temporary life, housing and everything else along those lines. So keep interested, focused in the animal world and what's happening on any disasters. We'll be in touch with you as soon as we can. Take care from Nate, Montana and NARGA. Together we'll make a difference. See ya.